A few weeks ago we did a test for food intolerance through the intolerance lab, and what that meant was that we were pulling 10 hairs out of various parts of our body, putting them in a bag and sending them off back to the UK to the intolerance lab, and we got the results back just day before yesterday. So they were pretty quick because we didn't actually send them off. It only took about a week, just over a week, to get the results back. So really quick, especially over Christmas and New Year. Now I'm just going to talk about mine because I think Wendy will talk about hers and how she feels about hers in a different video, because we don't want to get the results all sort of muddled. But I've got my results on the screen over here, and the biggest thing, the biggest things, sort of 100% intolerance. And intolerance is different from an allergy. So intolerances are sort of, I would characterize them as weaker allergies. So your body sort of doesn't like them, but you're not going to go into sort of anaphylactic shock or anything like that through it. So the big two, and there's two that are at 100%, and that is yeast and venison. So pretty lucky that I'm not a beer drinking poacher, I suppose. I think that's what poachers take, isn't it? Venison, in the old days anyway. But that is sort of meat from deer, so don't eat meat from deer, so don't eat that. But it also says, for the yeast, it says avoid processed meats. So that's things like the sort of reformed sliced ham, sausages. I think it might include mincemeat as well, but I'm not going to be too fussy about the whole thing. So avoid processed meat. Aged cheese, because that has some of the same sort of bacteria and byproduct as the yeast. Dried fruits. I don't eat dried fruits anyway, apart from I have been having dried fruit on my cornflakes for breakfast. I've stopped that now. Gravy and stock cubes, rarely had those, but I probably cut those out as well. Processed fruit juice. Now, as I say that, I look down and I am drinking this. So I'm thinking that I should avoid the fizzy drink thing as well, although I don't know, it seems to include, I've gone down to sort of 90%. So when it gets to 90%, I'm saying, right, okay, no more. But anything above 90%, I'm saying, right, I can try and cut that out. So aged cheeses, dried fruits, gravy stock, processed fruit juice, condiments, salt, vinegar, I suppose, mustard, ketchup, all that sort of stuff. Alcohol, i.e. brewer's yeast. So anything without brewer's yeast in, I think is going to be fine. Baked goods, because they probably contain yeast and the same sort of stuff, and yeast extract. So Marmite, I really like Marmite, and Marmite on toast is probably a downfall because the bread would have yeast and the Marmite would have, where's a yeast extract, so that's a big no-no. So in the top two, the 100%, probably cutting out all my favourite stuff, the stuff, sausages, ketchup, mustard, baked goods, cake, biscuits, beer, gravy. so a good roast dinner with all that stuff in and a glass of beer, big no-no for me now. I don't eat much venison anyway, never have. Also millet, avoid millet and flour and anything made from it. Avoid all types of vinegar, including malt vinegar, clear cider apple vinegar and balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar I really like, and I used to, you know, on occasion have some good quality olive oil, balsamic vinegar, a nice bit of bread, so I guess that's out. Although that's only 98%. I say 98%, but you know, it's quite high, isn't it? Blackberries, avoid blackberries. Other berries should be fine to eat. Down at 90% almond milk. Never liked that anyway. Tried it once, didn't like it. Tasted too much of almonds. Who knew? And be careful of hazelnuts and other milk, but other milk should be fine. Yeah, so I'm currently, I don't really drink cow's milk, so I'm onto coconut milk on cereals. But further down it sort of says avoid cereals as well. But as I say, that's as far down the list as I'm going. I'm not going to do like the full list, because it would, like, well, for example, at 89% intolerance, lamb, one of my favourite meats. What would I do? That's at 89%, so it's below the 90%. So what's included, 90% and above: almond milk, blackberries, vinegar, millet, venison and yeast. So all those things and the associated stuff that goes with it. Now, I have been trying to cut out gluten, and it seems that I'm not intolerant to gluten at all, although it does say down there to cut wheat out, so that might be it. And I did have those wheat noodles, probably had some yeast in, I don't know, so that's a big thing. So I'm trying to cut out bread. Occasionally I'll have it. It doesn't really do me much harm. I did have a slice of toast and butter this morning, and I have felt a bit, I'm going to call it gutsy, because it gives you a funny feeling in your guts, in your stomach, and you just feel a bit off. So I'm trying to avoid the bread, really cutting out the yeast. I haven't had, since I received this, I haven't had one drop of ketchup, and I usually eat quite a bit of ketchup, because I love the tomato ketchup thing, always have, since I was a child. So there you go. So I would say that cutting these things out has helped, because I sort of feel a bit better, a bit brighter. I don't know, you know, it's difficult to say until you've done it longer term. Now, they do say cut these things out for at least 3 months and then introduce them back in, but also to help with your gut health, and this is what it's all about, I should be taking a probiotic supplement, and they recommend not yogurt based but water based. So a water based supplement, I've looked at the price of some of those water based ones, outrageous, 80 quid a month for 3 months. I'm not doing it. So a cheaper probiotic, maybe the yogurt stuff. I'm not keen on yogurt, but you know, maybe a little supplement for a month, just to bolster up maybe the gut health. But actually cutting these things out and going on to I suppose what healthier diet, I don't know whether you call it that, but yeah, sort of red meat, white meat and fresh vegetables is more the main thing that I'm eating. I'm eating more bananas and oranges, and I am still eating the cornflakes, and you know, and the coconut milk. Actually, cornflakes with coconut milk on, really nice. You know, the plain cheap cornflakes with the nice sweet coconut milk and a banana on top, brilliant for breakfast. Anyway, that's it really. So I hope that's informed you. Oh, there is a discount code for the Intolerance Lab. So they just sent it to me today. So if you want to get £10 off the normal price, which is £47, come down to £37 for the Intolerance Lab test, just use the code, all in uppercase, family10. So, and they've said this, I can share this with my friends and family. All you are my friends. So go ahead and use it if you want one of those tests. £37. Although you do get a discount if you do a couples thing. It comes down to 40, less than 40 quid each. But I don't know whether you might be able to use that family 10 with that as well. I don't know. But family 10 will get you the individual discount from 47 to 37. 10 quid off. Not a bad deal. Anyway. Oh, I'm not getting paid for that either. It's just a discount for you. They've just sent it to me. So it's not an endorsement in any way. It just is what it is. There you go. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Give us a big thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon so that we can send you a reminder whenever we upload a new video. I'll see you again soon. Bye bye for now.